Hey guys, and welcome back. So in this part we're going to go ahead and carry on creating this inside bit of Wally. Hopefully we'll get to the bit to finish the door as well. So we're going to start off with this piece, this edge. I'm just going to go ahead and move it down so it's straight, and I think we're going to go ahead and snap the height to this wet, like so. We're gonna do the same thing with this word here. Snap it to the height of this one. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. So now what I'm gonna do is just gonna go ahead and grab this edge and extrude out. Now again, 0 to offset. Hit W, and I'm gonna go ahead and snap it to here. And then go to vertex mode, select them two. Merge them together. Okay, so it's looking pretty good now. And now all we're gonna do is actually select this whole loop. Ooh, not the whole loop, but we're gonna select all of these edges. Hopefully I'm selecting the right ones, like so, and we're going to extrude this whole thing backwards. Okay, so you can go ahead and hit extrude and it will go crazy. We're going to go ahead and turn on the offset, and I'm just going to go ahead and start dragging this back like so, and probably going to drag it to about here. I'm going to snap it to this wet. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit extrude again, 0 the offset, and actually we can go ahead and drag it all the way to this wet. We're probably going to do a little bit further. Well, what do you think about this? We can probably pull it back all the way to this one. And for now we're going to go ahead and just select these vertices at the end and move them down. Hopefully I selected all of them, like so. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select this edge and we're going to start extruding this one downwards. So I'm just going to again turn on the offset so it goes back to where it should be, and I'm just going to drag it to about there. That should be about right. Hit extrude again, turn down the offset. I'm going to click this icon so I can extrude it downwards like so. And I'm going to snap this extrude to this vertex and hit extrude again, offset 0, hit W and drag it here, and then now we can go ahead and use our merge vertex tool. If I find it, there we go, and we're going to merge this to that, this to that, and now all we got to do is fill in this hole that we have here. But before that, we're going to actually select this edge and snap it to the height of this and drag it back a little bit, and I'm going to drag this one back to this one like so. Okay, and now this way you can just go ahead and select this edge, and we're going to start extruding this upwards. So we're going to extrude one to, if I select this and snap to that one, hit extrude again, snap to this one. If I select the right angle, I'm first going to turn down the offset, select that angle, snap it to this, extrude again, offset 0, hit W, snap it to this. Oh, if I select it again, there we go. Extrude again, offset 0. Make sure I have that selected. Then drag it up, and we have a tiny bit of an issue. I only just realised that we get a triangle in here, but that is fine. We're going to go ahead and sort it out in just a second. We're going to go ahead and delete this and select this edge, hit extrude, offset 0, hit W, and we're just going to drag it back a little bit like so to create that. Then hit extrude again, offset 0, and we can go ahead and snap this. Just move it roughly to the right place, because it will be point snapping this anyway. So there we go, and then go to merge vertex tool. There we go, and I'm gonna go ahead and snap this there, snap that one there, and that way now we have a quad up here, so that will be fine. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and select this edge. Ooh. And this is getting a bit funky. I'm going to go ahead and select these two and merge them. And just to make sure, I'm going to select them too as well, because I think we left off like in the middle of an extrusion last time. So you can go ahead and drag this up. Ooh, actually, I'm being silly. Okay, hit extrude. Turn down the offset to 0. Move it up. Not this one. Come on. Here we go. I'm just going to scale this bit in. I'm going to drag you up. To about here. Again, scale this in a little bit more. Like so. And now we should be able to just use our merge vertex tool. Snap this point to that, snap this point to that, and this should be looking pretty good. So what I'm now going to do is actually go ahead and go to mesh cleanup just to check if we messed up anything, and we haven't. So now we got the inside bit of this completed. We now can go ahead and duplicate this and come out of our isolation mode and then just scale X -1. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And now we're going to isolate these two, and I'm going to go ahead and select both, go to mesh combine, and just come out of my isolation and go back into it. And then we can go ahead and select all these vertices in the middle and just go to merge vertex, merge vertices, and it should have merged everything fine. And again, make sure that your merge vertex tolerance is fairly low. So mine is at 0.05, okay, and that worked. It's magic. So now we have our lower body blocked out completely, I would say, apart from our door. We're obviously going to have this detail at the back that we'll work on. We'll work on that later. So we have all this stuff that will go on this back piece. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and work on this door. So that's going to be fairly simple. We're going to select it and extrude it. We're going to extrude it out a little bit to about that much, and then we'll play around with this a bit more. But I'm going to click that icon, so extrude it in the world mode to about there. And I'm just checking if we left out any edge loops that we haven't deleted. Well, we haven't. We can also go ahead and delete this edge loop. And now I'm just going to go ahead and move it back to 0 where it's supposed to be, which is around here. And I've just realized that we kind of deleted these edges that kind of give it some detail. So we might want to keep that in there. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to delete that quickly, and we're just going to go ahead and steal these off from here again. And I think that was an edge loop down here. Cool. So I'm just going to quickly select these and go ahead and go to mesh. Ooh, actually quickly go ahead and duplicate this over and then do this again. Oh, don't need that. And go to mesh extract. Go to object mode, select this and drag this out. And we can, after, if we delete, edit, delete all by type history, you can go ahead and delete this. And we're only going to delete this edge loop for now. And now I can go ahead and move this back where it should be. But before that, we can go ahead and extrude this again. So extrude, and again make sure you're clicking that icon so it extrudes properly, like so. Okay, so now, ooh, just gonna have to go ahead and put this where it's supposed to be. So I'm just gonna go into my front view, go to modify center pivot. Okay. Okay, go ahead and drag this out. Just go into my side view, turn X-ray on, like so. Hopefully this is sitting in there quite nicely. If I can get it to line up, that would be nice. Actually, what we're gonna do, there we go, that should be good. We're gonna have to just go ahead and move it down a tad. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Wow, apart from this bit, this bottom bit. Right, there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to, if I just look at it properly, I'm still going to have to move this down an inch, like so. So now what I'm going to do is we're actually going to go to freeze the transformations on this. And because of that edge loop that I just done, this is a little bit off. So I'm just going to select this loop and just drag it down. I might go ahead and fix this later on. So go to Modify, Freeze Transformations. Or it might be an Edit. There we go, Freeze Transformations. So now if you move it, we can just zero this out and then it will be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and select this edge loop. Actually, you're going to move this out a bit. Like so. And we're going to select these back faces. And we're just going to move them out a bit. And then select this and set it back where it should be. Just to make sure that the thickness is correct. And it still needs a tiny bit. Still needs a tiny bit more thickness. So just gonna go ahead and select these again and just move them back a tiny bit more. And then zero this out. And now we got a door. So what we're also gonna do while I'm here is we're just going to go ahead and insert this edge loop in the middle. If I just go into my front, just temporarily, like so. And I'm just going to snap it to this grid to make sure it's lined up properly. And then we're going to just go ahead, select this object, press insert. And we're just going to go ahead and snap this to that point. And this way, if we just go ahead and rotate this on the X, you can see how this door would open and close. Okay, so this is going to be his door, obviously, where he puts his things, and the inside bit is all done. So obviously we still got to smooth all this bit out, and there's a little bit more detail that's going to go on this, but we're going to do that in the next part. So far looking so good. In the next part we're going to go ahead and add in a couple of extra details on the front of his body, like these lines, and then we can have the fun job of adding all these edge loops, so this will keep its shape once we go ahead and smooth this. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next part.